Yo, what's up, guys? Earl Game YT coming back with another episode of Pokemon Duel. But today, shout out to Showtime. 2 days ago, he did a video on his top 10 Pokemon. See, I did the top 12 best Pokemon in the game, in my opinion. So let's get started with my most controversial video of Pokemon Duel. Number 12 is Mimikyu, as you guys can obviously see here. Disguise gives him 2 lives. He has the ability to curse, and he's a ghost type, so he can go through Pokemon, play rough. His 70 attack disables plates for the next move, which is really nice. He would be higher on my list, except for his 70 I think is a little bit too weak to compare to other ones further in the list who have well over 100 attack, and we could easily take him down. But Mimikyu at number 12. As we go to number 11, we have Sableye. Hacking gems gets him -1 attack to the opponent Pokemon. His 3-star purple, which is an auto win against like Lunala, confuses the Pokemon. His 70 gold is a strong gold attack, not the best, but is a strong one. His ghost type, so he's allowed to go through Pokemon, and he's great counter to very common figures like Lunala and Kabuskin, because the Kabuskin, he lands the gold, that's an auto win for him. He lands the purple, worst comes to worst, it's a split. We go to number 10, Sceptile. His 90 leaf blade can become a 140, which is a Dio killer. His self hit could be some cheese. Like, he can easily just self hit over you for wins sometimes. He's a good counter to both Mew and Deoxys, even though Mew is no longer really in the meta. But he also has a small weak gold at 30 quick attack, which is also nice against some of those purple dominated metas like Sableye and Lunala with his big purple too. So, but we will move on to number 9, which is my buddy Seismitoad. Now, some people may overlook him. I don't. His poison touch poisons everything he battles, as you guys all know, which can be a complete pain in the ass to deal with. Earthquake spins all Pokemon. If they spin miss, they're knocked out. He takes away the Lunala's ability to have attacks because he's poisoned now. He has lots of stall on his wheel, which is nice, especially if you're trying to get as many battles in with him as possible to poison as many. He counters Lunala and Segaleo. Lunala he poisons and eliminates the ability to have attacks, and Segaleo, he opens up the ability to be him being cursed. But number 8, you guys may look at me like saying like, oh, Mega Gengar is way too low on your list. I say no. But his 120 Abyssal Grip plus 20 attack, because he has like those bonuses. So a 140, if knocked out by the opponent Pokemon goes to the PC, which is really interesting. 3 movement point ghost type can go through Pokemon. That's really good. His 2-star purple because it makes the Pokemon nauseous, which is a -40 attack. It's not even -20 like poisoned. He doesn't allow adjacent Pokemon to move. So if you're threatening in game and someone puts out their Deoxys right next to yours, and he would have been number 1 in my opinion if he wasn't only 7 moves. Now, if they made Megas, like you had to actually battle to evolve them and you can have them the rest of the game, that's your number 1 Pokemon right there, hands down. But unfortunately, that is not the case. But that's basically it. Number 7 is a Deoxys attack form. Wow, I can't speak. His Psycho Boost is a killer attack. His Dimensional Slip, even though very hated, is actually really good because you only go to the bench instead of being knocked out, which is great, especially if you have Curse, which is very, very good, especially how popular Mimikyu is these days. And then the Reflector Axis gets to respin the Pokemon. That's what makes this Pokemon so damn good, is the ability to respin you and make you land, say, your weaker white move, or to get you off that stall move to knock you out. That's why Deoxys attack form is so annoying. Yeah. He's only 7 because he works better with a Cosmo Energy deck, which is not as good. But number 6 is Taku Koko, or as Showtime called him, King Koko. He gives plus 30 attack to all electric Pokemon on your turn, which makes him really good against like other Tapus, or it really boosts Zapdos' ability in games. His 3 movement point, he can move past any Pokemon except fairy types. He basically took Mew out of the meta, which he was meta for a very, very long time. Arguably the best runner in the game, and Melee Wish can give another Pokemon 3 movement points, and Sora, it does exclude him, but it could help you win games at the end of the game. Say you have someone on your entry point, and you can just basically walk in if you land Melee Wish, and no one's defending the goal. Number 5, Heatran. Have problems with people taking over your entry points? No more. Magma Slide pushes opponents back 2 spots and burns them. 110 is a strong attack for that too. And Surprise Strike helps remove Pokemon off your entry points. He can attack Pokemon that are on your entry points. That is huge in this game. That's why I always run him. And I know I may be a little bit biased on this guy, I'm putting him this high, but he deserves it. He's won me so many games by Surprise Strike, and that is why he is number 5 on my list. Number 4, Blaziken. He would be 3 or 2 or 1, but his wheel is a little wild. But his 140 Flare Blitz, I can't speak. If he's knocked out by the Pokemon, he is burned. But that 140 is a great counter to Deoxys. Cyclone Kick is the best purple in the game, hands down, especially when it's 4-star. And Jet Kick is a weak gold, but it moves Blaziken 2 spots away. Alright, and number 3 is Zapdos, the best of the 3 birds. He has a 100 Thunder Crash, which is the second best gold in the game behind Rayquaza's 140 Extreme Speed, which is a complete glitch. But he's allowed to soar over opponents without soar. So basically he can go over anyone except for Articuno, Moltres, and other Zapdoses. And his Thunder Charge allows Paralysis to spread like crazy. Also, his Ruse can easily make him no longer have a status condition, which is nice too. Alright, number 2. Now these 2 are like the obvious 2 for the top 2. They're just people switch them around a lot. For me, it's Lunala. Shadow Shield helps it halves the attacks of opponents, which is extremely good because you have to have at least a 121 attack if you don't have chain levels on this guy. He is not affected by moves like Typhoon Slash, Self Hit, and Shuttle Flip, which is really nice, especially at the end of the game if someone wants to use a Typhoon Slash Cheese, which he basically kind of took Verzian out of the meta. And Moongeist Beam knocks out the opponent. Now that is difficult when the opponent's cursed. It only goes to the PC. It's not knocked out like excluded, but it is what it is. That is a very strong purple. It's only a 2-star though, but if you evolve it all the way up from Cosmog, which we're not talking about that, it's 4-star. But and number 1 is Sagaleo, whatever you call it. 100 Sunsteel Strike is the best white in the game, hands down. Even though it's only 100, if you get knocked out, the opponent does too. 120 Flare Blitz, you knock him out or the opponent is burned. Full metal body disables moving attacks. That's basically the same thing about Lunala, where it doesn't allow Typhoon Slash, Self Hit, and Shuttle Flip, and he cannot be cursed, which puts him above Lunala in my opinion, because Lunala is so vulnerable to that curse because he is such a big white. Sableye does too, but he's not able to be cursed unless he's like poisoned or burned or paralyzed. But that is why Sagaleo or Solgaleo, however you want to say it, is number 1 on my list. Who do I leave out? Who do you think should be higher? Who do you think should be lower? Who should you think put in the list? Let me know in the comment section down below. I want to thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.